All right, guys, this video will be a little bit shorter than the other videos I've been making. I've been realizing I've been right up against that 10-minute mark, so please forgive me. Hopefully I'm not rambling. Feel free to let me know in the comments. But this second video is going to be on stock futures. Okay, so one thing I hope you guys understand is that the stock market is it's our stock market, meaning it's our United States stock market. But we don't live in a cyclone, meaning we live on a world of global economies, and when we are asleep, other folks are up and awake and working, okay? I say that to say that the stock futures that you may see or hear about, right, are based off of, in essence, what is happening in the global economy when you are sleeping. Okay? So if you wake up and you're like, for example, first thing, I use, Fidelity.com, if you guys know or not. I also use my brokerage platform as a news kind of gauger, right? Because they will tell you what is going up, what's going down. So if I click on it, some of the, huge things that I see have to do with the feds, we talked about the feds. Remember the feds, the Federal Reserve, okay? How they're keeping inflation at their target of 2%. And that the stock indices dropped, right? And that's why in the last video, I purchased some stock because stuff is down right now. But the drivers to that is the global economy. So, it would be nice if we had more global representation in our market, meaning we woke up and it said stocks are down, okay? But what's happening around the world, right? What happened while we were sleeping? What happened when the market was closed? How did Europe do? How did Asia do? How did, African economies do? How was everybody else doing? Because that's the churn, meaning we're asleep here, okay? And let's say we could have slept on the stock being, low, okay? But then as we slept, the world is awake. Let's say there were huge buyings in Europe. Maybe there was huge exports in China, right? Maybe there's, more minerals they're getting out of Africa, right? Things are turning, and then we wake up and they say, oh, the stock market's up, the stock market's down. The stock market is not essentially off while we are asleep. It is responding to what is going on in the world. And that's why ever since I started actively investing, about 4 years now, what I do is I listen to the world news. Personally, I listen to Al Jazeera. I listen to Al Jazeera first, and then I listen to the BBC News. Then I listen to the Reuters report. I listen to the world news first to get an understanding of kind of the climate, what's going on, what are the things that the world are experiencing. And then I listen to U.S. news, because the U.S. news, when you do it in that way, you will find the skew. And this also ties into you becoming an active and a resilient investor, because the American news will skew things, because the American news likes to keep you fearful and they like to keep you still and stuck. Okay? That is what the American news uses fear and anxiety to keep you stuck, keep you in a mental state of not knowing, in a mental state of anxiety. Okay. So prove me wrong. Every time we turn around, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. It should be a law. I'm sorry, I'm going off, but there should be a law in how much they use breaking news. They use breaking news when a celebrity farts. Okay? Breaking news, and I feel like this happened actually since 9/11. everything is breaking news. News is breaking news. And that increased level of anxiety and attention grabbing that our media is they are orchestrating, is keeping the American people in this perpetuate state of fear and anxiety. Okay. Now, this is what this course is about, getting you away from. Okay. Getting you away from the fearful consumer and to the intelligent investor. Okay, that's what this course is about. So when you see stock futures, when you hear about stock futures, when you wake up, and remember we talked about how to read the ticker, right? That's the first thing that rolls by. When that baby's in red, don't think that your White House is on fire. Don't think that Elon Musk stole all your information. I mean, he probably did, but we talked about that too. Think what happened in our global economy that has the investors thinking that things are not going to be up today. Okay, because the billionaires, the rich, they are global citizens. They move around this globe like it is their country. So they are not isolated to this country like we are. They are not isolated to the state. They're not isolated from their home to the car and home to work and back again. They don't live that life. They live a global economy. So as an investor, you need to widen that reach a little bit, okay? So that's my spiel about stock futures. Understand that stock futures are being evaluated and analyzed on a global perpetual basis. So when they say that the stock is down, that really means that the world economy is down a little bit, okay? And when it's up, it means that the world's economy is pushing it up, because we do not live in a cyclone and we are bigger than just the United States. Okay, so that's my tangent. I'm going to use this last second to show you where I am saving these videos.